Hello, hello. This is the Everyday Stranger Podcast, and I'm your host, Alonzo Williams. Today is Wednesday, which means, yes, we are kicking off another episode of the IG Stranger of the Week, where I interview a random stranger from my IG feed. Today, I am joined by Brianna, IG name captured_by_Brianna. That's with 2 N's, by the way. And yo, these photographs are amazing. Let's go. Are you ready?
I think so.
All right, great. Hey, we're going to jump right into it then.
Okay.
First, go ahead and tell the people who you are and what you do and all the other good stuff.
I'm Brianna Collier. I'm from Minnesota, actually. Mm-hmm. And then I do photography. Kind of been, for the past year, it's been a little more than it was before, but it's turning into a full-time job.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. How was it when you first started?
It was I just picked up a camera.
Really?
And it was just a hobby, and I always wanted to learn it, just never understood it. So I just watched videos, talked to people, and started taking pictures.
Nice, that's what I'm talking about. And what kind of photography do you do in particular? Or do you have a specific choice?
I started with families because they just kept asking me to take pictures. So then it became that. And then I did weddings, seniors. But now I've been dabbling in the street photography, which has been really, really fun. And I enjoy that.
Yeah, you have
probably a little bit more.
You have some awesome street photography. That's what I thought you were initially, was just like strictly a street photographer. And then I noticed that you had a second page. I was like, oh, she has 2 pages. Okay.
Yep. Keep them separate.
Right. It's like the Superman thing. You got like Clark Kent, and then you have Superman. I was like, okay, so she has 2 sides.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead. I want to ask, as I ask all my guests, what has life's greatest lesson been for you?
I think my best lesson was to learn to start living instead of like waiting. I think that's been the best gift I've given myself, I would have to say.
Okay.
It's been a big change the last, I would say, almost coming up on a year.
Okay. So
just doing things for me, and instead of just being a mom, I get to do things for me and be happy.
Interesting. I like that. What got you to that point, though? I mean, when did you have that aha moment, like, okay, I need to start living?
It just felt very repetitive, and I wasn't finding that everyday joy. So I decided, I'm like, I got to make a shift. Something's got to change because it's affecting the everyday life. And that's, I had all these dreams that I wanted to do, and I just hadn't taken the time to do them. Right. And now my kids are a little bit older, so I can take that time.
Right.
And they can be a part of it, too. So that's always fun.
I like that. That's interesting. I'm glad you say that. Like, what are some ways that you like include your children into like the things that you really love to do? Because I know sometimes, being a parent, there are difficult moments, and a lot of times it can cause us to kind of drift away from like those passions or dreams that we have. But
exactly.
Did you have any strategy, or did this all just kind of like fall into place?
It kind of fell into place. I'm always been that I like being around my kids, and I like to have their friends with, and I like to just be with them, even just playing a game or going for a walk. So I kind of included them on when I go on trips, if it's I've been doing the street photography for a couple of companies.
Right.
So I took like my daughter with on a trip, and then she got to see what I do, and then she got to take the camera and kind of do some shots herself. And then they'll come with on photo shoots with people and kind of help with the lighting and hold up, like, block the sun and all that type of stuff.
Nice.
So I just kind of included them with that, and also asking them what they like to do, what makes them happy, and what they find to be their joy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, trying to teach them early, I guess.
I like that. That's actually pretty important too, though. That's good.
Right? Like, it's not about the money; it's about the joy.
Right.
Yep.
That's true. I like that. And you were originally from Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota. I'm still here. My kids are here. But I go to New York probably a little too much, but I love it. So I will.
I don't think there's ever such thing as going too much.
I know. That's what everyone tells me. They're like, "Are you there like every day?" I'm like, "Well, I wish, but no."
That's like every person's dream, like, to go.
I know,
too
right?
much.
And then the people that live there, like, either they love it or they're like, "I need to get out." And I'm like, "Oh, I would stay here forever."
Most of the
It's
time,
like a photographer's paradise.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say. That's how like really I began like taking photography more serious when I made that first trip to New York. Yeah, there was
Did you?
Yeah, it was moments when I wanted to like live there, and I was like, I love visiting, but New York can be
Yeah, but
expensive
just to be
sometimes.
wrapped,
Huh?
just to be wrapped in it every day would
Yeah,
be awesome.
yeah,
There's nothing like taking a picture there. It's just a different world.
yeah.
It's amazing.
The opportunities are
Yeah.
like unlimited. Like as I tell people, that you can never be bored out there.
No, you can't. No.
No.
If you are, then we gotta talk.
Right.
Yep.
So I know. I mean, you traveling a lot. Then I'm sure that you ran into some pretty interesting people, which would lead me to my next question, and that would be if you can describe a memorable a memorable encounter that you had with a stranger. Rather, it could be anything, good, bad, happy, sad.
Right. I was trying to think of this. I'm like, I think the most memorable one that I've had recently is I took a trip back to New York alone. Like I wasn't meeting anyone there. No one was coming with me. And it was kind of like a moment of like, you got to do this. And so I was sitting at the airport waiting for my flight, and a gentleman had sat down, and he was visiting his son here in Minnesota, but he was flying back to New York. And we were just chatting, and he goes, as he was leaving, boarding the plane, he goes, "I just want you to know that your presence commands my attention." He goes, "Your eye contact." He's like, "People will listen to you. So whatever you got to do in life," he goes, "people will listen to you." I was like, "Okay, thank
Wow.
you."
Wow.
Have a drink. I know. I was like, all right, I'm going to drink my coffee and go on my flight now.
How did it make you feel when you heard? How did it make you feel when you heard that though?
It felt pretty good. It was kind of reaffirming for kind of some of the things that through my past that have brought me to listen to people and talk to people and kind of help them tell their story.
Yeah.
It's been a journey, I say, but it helps you grow too.
Right.
I'd have to say.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
So,
And is there any?
Yeah.
Do you find like any importance of engaging in conversation with strangers, or like how's your whole view on that?
I love it. If you could sit down with, like, I read your book.
Yeah.
If you could, like, that's amazing to be able to sit down and hear people's story. I think it's so cool. I could do it all day. Just listen to them.
Yeah.
And you learn so much, in their body language. And you can, if you know someone's story, you can understand them so much more and, like, talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's,
Yeah,
people love it, though, when you listen to them.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
just love it.
Yeah, I tell people it's like the uncut version of like an audiobook, like, before the author puts everything onto like, a book or audio book, like you actually get a chance to get the actual real thing, unedited version of who this person is. So,
Completely.
yeah, I definitely enjoy it. So,
I know.
so what,
Maybe with everyday strangers.
yeah, go figure, right?
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Oh man. So what do you have happening? What do you have going on in the future? Are you working on any projects now? What do you have going on now?
I am here in Minnesota. I have a showcase coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I fly out to New York after that's done and go to the showcase there, and then I'll be doing the showcase there in a couple months. I have to come back after January, so I get to showcase the street photography instead of my people.
Oh wow! So this is a showcase featuring your work, or are you curating?
Yep. Nope, I'll be showcasing my work.
Oh wow!
And then, so kind of exciting, different path for me.
I see.
But,
is this your first one, or have you? Are you?
First one.
It's your first one. Oh, it's your first rodeo. Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah, I know, new for me because it's always been people and. So now it's like, I should say family portraits and stuff. And now kind of stuck out my street photography a little bit. And they contacted me and were like, "Would you like to be part of this?" And I'm like, "Yes, I would like to." So taking the jump.
Congratulations.
See where it goes.
Congratulations on that.
You.
Goodness.
Yeah. I know. It's exciting. Thank you.
Well, perfect, Brianna. And I appreciate you sharing like the story and everything. Can you let the people know where they can find you, what to expect, anything in the future? I'm gonna go ahead and give you the mic and let you go ahead and promote yourself.
All right. Nice. That's so awesome. Just more street photography, of course. You'll find a lot more of that. You can find me on Instagram at captured.by.brianna, and then or capturedbybrianna.com. All my stuff is there. And then just keep looking for more street photography as I learn a little more and be patient with it. It'll get more exciting.
Perfect.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Little adventures.
Yeah, you do great work. So like I said, I look forward to keeping up with you.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
Yes. See, I told you it was going to be quick and easy, huh?
Oh, yeah. I know, right? Painless.
Hey, look,
I'm an overthinker.
Yeah. But if I'm ever in Chicago, or if you ever have like a showcase in the future, like let me know, because I would definitely love to come check it out one day.
Oh, yeah. Do you go to Chicago often?
I had, well, it was a point in time when I couldn't stop going to Chicago.
Okay.
But then, I ended up, pursuing like this new project, which involved me traveling the world. So, I've kind of neglected a lot of my my national travels, I guess you could say. But I'm trying to get back on it. But
awesome, you'll get there.
Yeah, Chicago will be first on the list for sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure. It's like 45-minute flight for me. I'll be there.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Cool.
Okay, well, Brianna, I appreciate you sharing your story, and like I said, much success to you. I really love your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Alonzo. Very, very nice.
Okay.
I'll keep.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, and you stay warm out there. Okay.
I know, right? That's snow coming. But thank you. I appreciate you taking your time.
You too, Brianna.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, y'all. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday for the IG Stranger of the Week, where I'll be interviewing a random stranger from my IG feed. And hey, look, if you would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you would like for me to be featured on your podcast, you can always send me an email at theeverydaystrangerpodcast@gmail.com, or you can contact me on Instagram, DM me at everydaystrangers. Again, that's at everydaystrangers. And I look forward to hearing from you, okay? All right, y'all, don't forget, tune in every Wednesday, also every Sunday, where I'll be releasing an episode every week, all right? I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your week. This is Alonzo Williams from the Everyday Stranger Podcast, signing out. Peace.